Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Today we have some interesting models, some of Shieldwolf's resin Kingdom of Talliareum models. Now these are both heroes, obviously, because they're resin and they're not part of the big plastic splash releases that they've done so far. This is the Sorceress of the Circle, and then this is the Captain of the Guard. I don't know what's going on there after that, but he's Captain of the Guard. So anyway, he's very imperial looking, empire-ish. So you can see here, I really can't see much. One thing I've always liked about Shieldwolf is their packaging has never left much worry in my head when it comes to shipping these things. They always were packed securely, and not all companies really put consistent quality, thought, or care into that. And I do appreciate having a painted picture so I know what I'm getting myself into as well. Did I grab everything? Yes. Let's take a look at our captain. So he's got his big honkin' pistol with at least 2 barrels, 3 barrels. Let's get that out of the way. And you've got a nice flashy Bretonnian Empire-like head, or the bald eye patch wearing one if he can get in focus. He's not. You've got your holster for the guns. Scabbard for your sword. And then the other hand brandishing the blade. How do you stack up to my Witch Hunter? Where are you at, Witch Hunter? So, unfortunately, his base is a little recessed, but he does look like he's going to scale up pretty decently in the end. I'm going to put him on a round one, just because I don't care for square bases, and even if I did, I'm not going to be ranking everybody up, because that is too 20th century for me. We're in the future, baby! Let's see what we got in here. That's it. There ain't nothing to build? Well, I guess that's good and bad. Good in the sense that my fingers aren't going to get glued together. Bad in the sense that there's nothing for me to do other than clean her up. Part of me thinks you can almost paint that as a whip. Maybe you're supposed to? No, it's definitely supposed to be some kind of like flame or something. Make it ice and make her all Elsa style. I don't know. All right, let me clean her up. Let me get her buddy here glued together. I was going to say painted, but I don't have time for that yet. And we'll see how they stack up to some other humans out there, because I know that Shieldwolf has put out quite a bit of their Kingdoms of Talliareum, and I should have some painted sisters that go along with them as well. So hold tight. So we have our heroes all put together. I was all set to give our general champion friend here his big frilly hat with the feathers, and they broke off as I was trying to attach it. So disappointingly, I went ahead and just gave him the bald head, but I didn't like the eye patch anyway, so I guess it's not a total wash. Wasn't 100% sure how this sack, holster, whatever you want to call it, goes on his back, so looked good enough to me. His magic using friend here was pretty simple. As I said, it was just a matter of cleaning her up. And just to give you a good size indication, I have a plastic Shieldwolf sister here. The basic body is the same as their fantasy one, and you know what, I really should just grab one of the fantasy ones to keep her handy. I do have a couple painted ones, but just to give you a size indication. So the resins, I think, are going to do a good job of fitting in with Shieldwolf's plastic range, if you have any of their Shield Maidens or their Sisters of Talliareum, I believe is the right name. Grabbing a couple other models just to give you guys a good size indication. If you were to use them in, say, Frostgrave, I think they'd be a nice fit. They're not too big, not too small. If you have older Games Workshop Bretonnians or Empire models, I think they'd fit in pretty nicely there as well. With Privateer, I think you're going to see a little bit of a difference in the size. I think they'd also scale pretty well with a lot of the earlier Mantic humans. I don't have any handy at the moment, otherwise I would totally show you. And if you're going to go Conquest style, I think you're going to be a little bit disappointed, because the difference is just quite apparent. Conquest is at its own scale, so keep that in mind. But overall, I got to say the sharpness it's nice. It's not anywhere as crazy detailed as some of the other companies, but Shieldwolf has always put out a good and steady product. I have no complaints whatsoever there. You know, like I said, it's just not as crazy detailed as stuff you're going to see from, like, Mirrors or Grimskull or some of the other, you know, more boutique resin. But that is where Shieldwolf got their start, and I got to say, Shieldwolf is quite reliable when it comes to having really nice, reliable casting jobs. So if you're looking for something a bit more subdued than some of those other companies, I think Shieldwolf's human range is a nice place to take a look. And like I said, I think it scales well with a lot of the other more traditional fantasy lines. I don't think they're going to look too out of place with things from Frostgrave or Ghost Archipelago or something like that. I think you're going to be able to integrate them quite nicely. That's the only Mantic figure I have handy at the moment, sorry. But yeah, overall, nice sculpt quality and a nice kind of uniformity in terms of fitting in with more traditional models than some of the wilder, more outlandish stuff we'd see with Age of Sigmar or Privateers, more crazy War Machine stuff. So hopefully you will find that helpful, and hopefully you will let me go because I gotta go eat dinner. So with that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye for now.